My craze is running me all the way to the bank. Because I'm creative crazy.
Yeah.
Brawaren Masemola, you trended and you said some amazing things about Renard Tlogelegoira Biala as a fashionable statement and as a fashion iconic kind of symbol. No, some of you Instagram actors, be humble. I do 5 things at the same time.
Okay.
I could be playing drums, eating, watching TV, talking to somebody on the phone, and making love. Making love in German.
German is very... No, but I think
That's harsh, Joe. But you know what it means? I love you.
Say it again.
Ich liebe dich. When you're black, you really have to be very good at what you do to survive.
Yes.
Because some old men my age would love to have some of what I have. And they can't because they're not me.
Yes.
And then it's unfair that I'm also a TV star.
Yo, welcome back to E4 Podcast. Do not forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Without any further ado, today I have a special guest with me today. Let me introduce Max Sinakasara Papo. How you feeling, my brother? You feeling good?
I'm feeling good. I cannot help it. Seeing you, how you feel, man.
We meet again.
Your energy is contagious.
It has to be infectious, this
It
energy.
is very infectious. It's like a hereditary. Anyway, I'm very good. And to my fellow supporters and followers and fans, it's an exciting day today that we actually get to shoot on the day when it's my return debut day. Boom, 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 boom.
Boo, 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 boo. Where is this
Yes,
gonna?
where am I returning to?
Please,
Let me check it out. Let's check it out.
Maybe Skeem Saam or something like that.
I already confirm it so that people know. Those that have missed the boat, catch me tonight. Giddy guy.
Yo, today, what's today's date?
Today's day.
Friday the 13th.
Guys, Friday the 13th, you know the whole history about Friday the 13th, but there's nothing mysterious, mystic about this particular Friday the 13th. It is a wonderful Friday. There's a lot happening today. Only on a sad note, I want to take this moment and pay a special tribute to 2 people. One being Ndate Lamutseba Kobrizi Kabu Easy. May he's hugely talented, but deeply, deeply gifted, highly favored. Ndate Presley Chonia High. May your soul rest in power and peace. In the same vein, on the same day that we buried him last Saturday, we lost another genius in the stage manager of note and fantastic proportions from the South African State Theatre. Name was, in our minds still is, Irene Muhiedi Wagamate. Only just yesterday, we were memorializing her. She is being buried this coming Saturday. Kokuruman, Leberekeng Gabotse, Ramrata, Kamhopola. She died at 50 years of age. Kobrizi died at 40. He died way too young. Take it easy on us, man. Go easy on us, Kobrizi. Come on now. You massive, huge, talented soul, you. Samaya wilo bolela lebo Bobra Pechai. Samaya bolela lebo Huma Sekela. Sepela morwa wilo bolela leba banchi bolulu Gonzana. A fantastic drama of note. Samaya bolela lebo ke ba banchi man and ba re tlogetse. Samaya bolela lebo Mama Connie Chiume. Samaya bolela. The list is just so endless. I'm just saying, refeng break nyana man, repile nyana another 10 years nyana, retale joina. We will join you. Mate, bagoro bacha gabotse ngwana heso wena Irene Muyedi. On that very note, I salute the both of you. I salute.
May they rest in peace.
Oh yes.
So I see that you have the brand on, spell it, and then
My man.
is the jacket spell it too, or
Oh yes, it
where
is.
that imported from?
What they're doing, babatla better skelema some more fast nyana is gonna play too much, because I mean, how do you then begin to brand this beautiful jacket with the material? You can, but they just thought, let's take it easy on them, and then spell it as you can see,
Always representing.
and then more. There's something very unique about this. Later on, Juanamo setting, I can khwabata now.
Yeah, still cool.
I'll get rid of the jacket.
Yes.
And you see how uniquely designed this tracksuit top is. I have something like 8 pairs of sneakers. Today I decided, these are mine and they're not cheap either.
Ooh.
And it's not because I like brands or I'm a slave to brands. It is because it's got to go with the flow of this whole vibe. So you got to balance it. You know what I'm saying?
What you do on the
Got to be
bottom, you do on the
woke to
top.
fashion and the trends. And this old man is an old man with a swag.
Man of many talents too. Oh, yes. No, I see you dripped out.
Yeah, man.
So,
And thanks to Spellet and thanks to Mahlangu. That the Mahlangu, keep dressing us, but let's grow, sir. Let's grow. You know me. I've been working and saying to you, don't worry about big budgets coming in. We don't wait for budgets. Budgets will find us. Budgets will find us.
can you tell me a bit more about the time that you went to study in America and how you got that scholarship to go that side?
Yeah, man. It was way back in 1984,
Yes.
to be precise.
Yes.
When I was doing my matric here. I was in my grade 12, what would have been at the time standard 10.
Standard 10.
Yeah, I'm a product. I'm a very proud, very good product of Bantu education.
Yes.
There I was go Vlakfontein Technical High, go Mamelodi. Mamelodi, Matlanyinda, Mobitoria, and Arahola, Mobitoria,
Oh, now.
today Mo Silver Lake, see.
Silver where?
The Silver What is Sabapong?
Yeah, renze le mago, eh?
I want to set up.
We feel safe.
We are streaming. We are podcasting.
We're doing this, you know?
Yeah, and I see you also got your label going on.
Yeah, this is early
Tell me
birds,
more
you
about
know.
it. Early birds.
This early birds, the merch that I have coming soon, you know. Basically,
man.
it's for us who wake up early.
Yeah.
Late
Like
nights
myself.
and early mornings. Yes, sir.
So I'm already saying,
Definitely.
we don't call them tracksuits because these aren't tracks. They're far from. You can never be in this and then be running somewhere, can you?
No money is running to you when you wear one of these.
Absolutely.
This is cashmere.
So I'm ordering one for myself. Compliments of e-streaming.
Coming to you soon. Definitely. You should get one of these.
So let me tell you more about the States.
Okay.
And then I get my scholarship, AFS, American Field Services International Intercultural Exchange Student Program.
Yes.
That's a mouthful, yeah?
Yes.
You are going to realize that I'm like that with detail and
I'm gonna keep up.
names.
I'm gonna keep up.
Yeah, but you smart, man. I love talking to you smart young men who are eager, hungry. You don't look anything hungry, but you are hungry for knowledge. You're hungry for fame.
I appreciate
You're
that.
ambitious. You're hungry for not only fame, but name too.
I know
See
all
what
those
I've done
boxes.
there?
I
You see
tick
what
them.
I've done there?
Yeah, double
Fame and your
entendre.
name.
Favor in
Yeah,
my
man. And then you'll be going places, meeting faces, whilst in the process making that money.
Yeah, that's poetry.
Pushing passion, and pushing paper. Come on now. Now you see, when I say I'm an old man with a swag, I'm a woke man, old man. Talking about that, I am 59 years of age today. On the 6th of December, this coming December, I'll be turning 60.
Ooh, give it up for another big age. Oh,
Even I have to say so myself. I look good. I feel
You
good.
don't even look like you're turning 60. It's like
Can
you're
I share
40.
with your followers the whole ingredient?
Please tell us what do
The
you use to stay
ingredients
young?
and the secret of that success. Plenty of water, H2O.
H2O?
And I love my water types. There are two. We are going to give them free airtime.
Yes.
It is your Valpre.
Number 1, Valpre.
Number 2, your Aquele.
Aquele.
And I see that we actually drank Aquele today.
Yeah, no, but it's sharp most studio.
That's
Yakopo.
Thanks to our mystery lady there, I'm the kind of guy who will leave you but I'll never forget.
Yes.
The States, that is.
The States.
Exchange student. Yes. And then I win this exchange student program, a scholarship to go to the United States of America, to Columbus North High in Columbus, Indiana State.
Okay.
There I stayed with the Huntingtons, who are an Oriental family. The mother was Oriental, the father, white American, Mr. Huntington.
Yes.
And then they had a son, the only son. I'm forgetting his name because I didn't spend so much quality time with him to get to know him like I know my second host family, which I'll talk about briefly, quickly. I spent 6 months with them.
That's an awful long time, eh?
This is 1984, right? I get my exchange student program, AFS scholarship to go do my grade 12 equivalence of standard 10. I actually abandoned my standard 10 here.
To go that side.
When do I abandon it? I abandon it around July.
Okay.
Because it is around that time that we start a term in America. Yes. America and high schools and schools, basically, the school system kickstarts around July, August.
Okay.
Around fall. They call it fall, which is in our country, in our English, autumn.
Yes. Oh, they call it fall. That's
fall. It's, it's around fall, as in like falling. And I then go on to start afresh with my half matric here.
Okay.
Mind you, I don't want to go through the whole process of beating, but beating the hopefuls, the many hopefuls, I beat them. And then there's only 2 of us from the Pretoria East District. At the time, the Nosanani District within Pretoria, and it is part of Transvaal. Yes. You remember?
Yes.
Would you remember Transvaal?
Well, I did read about it in the history
books, yes. From reading.
Yes.
Right now we lived
in that era.
In that time and in that era. And then, of course, we were in Transvaal, our province. And I think at the time, they only had 4 provinces.
Yes.
We have 9 provinces. They've demarcated and some of them demolished in the process of trying to kind of divide and separate and really share it and streamline it, all of that. So there's Lionel Magama Skosana from Salisville, Pelindaba. And then there's Max Papo. At the time, I'm still Makapan, not even Papo. Oh, yeah, I was beginning to be Papo. I was, for quite some time, Makapan Seti.
Okay.
Seti, what's our Seti, Kimang? People don't know how to say it. It is actually Seti. And once again, like
yes.
I'm embarrassing him because he doesn't even know that Kimtebele.
I'm not even quite familiar with my background.
Yeah, unali concoction, like cacophony of genealogy.
The thing is, I was raised in Venda, so all I know is...
somebody was very dominant from the Venda background. Taking over or razor.
Yeah, I was raised by my grandmother, so that's how...
Who is Venda?
Yes.
There we go.
So that's the first language that I spoke.
But isn't it that our grandmothers, like I'm a grandmother product.
Yes.
Yeah, we turn out very influenced.
To be gentlemen.
Well, good, but I wanted to say, like them, ka di language tsa bona, le ka ditsela tsa bona.
Yes, yes.
I mean, my grandmother, may her soul rest in peace, did an amazing job with me. She asked me one question. Ana unyaka wa skolong wa unyaka wa monna before nakwana. That was a very important question. In other words, she was very diplomatically warning me against women.
Oh, that's what it meant.
Girls, actually.
Yes.
Because you're still a boy.
Yes.
Because not tomorrow girls were interested, interested. Because it was the time.
Yes.
Around 16, some of us really waited. We bloomed a little later.
Yeah, 16. Because
that is why today, when we are still mingling and singling and mingling, it's justified because for quite some time, really I am.
What do you think is the appropriate age to start then? When you?
No. I don't think there's any proper age, but I think traditionally we would have said until you are 21, Baufeki. Then maybe you can begin to think about additional family, and that. But you're still young. You see, age has become more and more delayed with contemporary times.
True.
Life starts not at 40 any longer. For some people, it starts at 50. 50 is the new 40. People, because of reality, economic reality, today and everything, really delay and defer their dreams for some time, Nyana. And then they work hard. They push, they hustle. And then what happens is then, in the end, they're doing fine. And they're very well, maybe from 50, Atomo Bonachelete, Imonza, some nice flames.
Yes. But then don't you think that sometimes it's supposed to be like that? You don't really know when are you gonna arrive at a place where you have money, because some others make it at a young age, 25. Then
that's true.
We have the founder of KFC who at the age of 60,
yes,
that's only when his company started taking
Isn't
off.
that true?
Yeah.
I don't have to even read theories about other people. My life started at 50. My life started, my real life, because for quite some time I was fixing other people's problems and mine, of my own, because of my spiritual journey, which we'll talk about later.
Okay.
Because whilst at that, talking about journey, let's complete my journey in America.
Let's go back.
You see what I do there? I never forget.
You never forget a question.
I never forget the question. Yes. So I then finish in 1985.
1985, okay.
I finished around July. Mind you, I started August the previous year, 1984.
Yes.
This begins to give away my age. But I always say, the question of my age will be discussed in the next executive meeting.
Yes, stay tuned.
I like it when I influence you like that. Maybe you should play my son in Skeem Saam.
They should consider
I'm putting it out there, and you see what I'm doing very cleverly. I'm plugging you.
You see, give it eye contact.
Magorena, once na ke feditse ke re magorena ke la di ideas ke bolela le wena mama Winnie Sarite mshimana ga shu ke mo hweditse. I've been thinking about extending my family because and then couldn't he be a perfect Nakedi's brother who was then raised Yes. Think about this man. He's brilliant, and you must check this episode or we will send it to you. It becomes his audition. Wow.
Just like that.
Don't you just appreciate what I did there?
I really appreciate it.
It's a powerful national kind of endorsement of you. And he's good looking too. I know you like them good looking. He's eye candy, isn't he?
Yes. I would
you
like
are eye candy. And you will actually have a great following of Skeem Saam. Fans, female fans.
And bring more people to the company. It's all about the company.
Come on now.
To the show. Company.
The show itself.
Yes, the show, please.
Yeah, the show.
Please.
So I then complete 1985 around July. I beat them at their own system.
Yes.
I aced quite a lot of subjects there. But there's one particular subject in Palanda because subject security would include your computers.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and computer 101. And then, I'm better, I pass, and then I ace a whole lot of other subjects. In the end, I graduate. Qualara graduate.
Yes.
I graduate on top of as a top 5 of my class
Yo.
with a distinction.
Yeah, that's good, miss.
I get my high school diploma with a distinction, and I graduate with a golden tassel. As I'm sitting there waiting and we're standing around in the queue, one American white boy says to me, "How come he got a golden tassel?" If I could answer the young man, his father said, "'Cause he is smarter than you." And that took care of that business.
Just like that.
Just like that. I never had to answer him further.
Oh.
Because Americans can be very naughty and very ignorant sometimes.
Especially in that era, I can imagine.
Especially that age. I mean, we're still teenagers because the age you qualify was between 16 and 18.
Yes, yes.
And then you had to be at least 18 and not older to make it for this AFS exchange student program, international intercultural exchange student program. May her soul rest in peace. Jessie Duarte of the ANC for quite some time until she died about 2 years ago or something. As a matter of fact, I met her before she was a politician. She was always an activist. She worked for American Field Services. Okay. So she was my chaperone. Ooh. What would have been called chaperone. I went and traveled with Jessie to America.
Oh, okay.
Because they would have seen to our interviews here and eliminations and everything. She was part of all of those, the panels. And then I beat a whole lot of other hopefuls. Some of them, I beat them.
So you have traveled almost the whole of America during that time.
No, listen, it's interesting that you have read that. I did, because I was very, very lucky. You remember I did mention earlier on, I spent 6 months with the Huntingtons.
Yes, the Huntingtons.
And then I meet the Roger Jr. Okenta Jackson. Ooh. The Jackson brothers.
The Jackson family, yes.
And then I like them. They like me. They invite me to their house, and they're living in the suburbs.
Ooh, okay.
These are like your middle class African Americans. And I like their family. I like their mother. I like their father. They like me. Naturally, we start talking about the fact that I could change my host family and live the rest of the year 1984 into 1985 Lebanon.
Oh, okay.
And it so happens, just so that I summarize it, it so happens that it's done, even though very sadly for the Huntingtons, because they start questioning themselves, were they not nice towards me? And
Yes,
I said, no, I just didn't feel very, very completely comfortable. You must remember I had come from an apartheid country.
Yes.
I had come from that. So when I see any touch, an inkling, if not an iota, of some residual racism,
more comfortable.
I would not feel comfortable. I would be reminded of where I come from. I had been told America is big, America is free, it's democracy, it's freedom. Big bylines. And then any amount of racial discomfort I feel, I would not be happy with that. Because I was conscientious already at my age. I was conscientious. I knew that even Kofflafontein Bakile discriminate against me because Kofflafontein Technical High, I was a high achiever. I won some competitions, Shakespeare in education as a director and everything. A director of my own group, which I had formed. I'm talking about a cultural group, a drama, specifically drama group that I directed and produced and wrote for and even directed and everything.
Oh, that's crazy.
Sometimes I even acted in my own productions. But guess what happens? When that opportunity comes and then the real colors start coming out. My favorite, may his soul rest in peace, Flint, Mr. van der Merwe, who was my principal at Vlakfontein Technical High in Mamelodi, what does he do? You got to have a mentor, a teacher mentor.
Yes, it's important to have a mentor.
And that's the word, mentor, with special emphasis on mentor.
Yes.
And nothing else. You don't take over as a director because or you are my teacher.
Yes.
And then you just find things that have been cooked by Max Papo, at the time Makapani, Sete. And then after all the achievements, you take the credit. She was there to monitor, mentor and monitor their progress and use their English to polish the English use of that language. And obviously Shakespeare is hectically English.
Yay.
So she was there for that. I'm doing all the work of directing and everything, directing my own actors that I have really worked hard. And we go and compete. And what happens? We win everything. Best actor, best what, and best production, everything, and best director. When we get those awards and get those trophies, I understand. The best production should go to the school.
Yes.
Best director should go to me already. When I was an achiever already at that time. And what do? The fundamentals of this world. They take that trophy by far, Mrs. Moore. May her soul rest in peace as well. True. Because she's my English teacher. She's white. So I'm not supposed to question that. And I start questioning it already then. They nearly threatened me, my scholarship, to say, yeah, when you're doing well and everything, we could actually take this thing back. You couldn't take it back. I had won it.
Yes.
I've won it already. How are you going to reverse this, the whole process? It's there. I'm the one who won. Yes, thanks to you that you chose me, because I was also chosen, but you didn't guarantee my success. The rest of it was up to me. But because now I am questioning the whole merit and the justice of my English teacher taking my credits and taking my awards, it is wrong on all levels.
True.
And they threaten me. They call my mother, may her soul rest in peace, my beautiful mother. And then, but they're just threatening me. They can't reverse that.
Yes.
I've already won it.
It's too late now.
And I'm representing them. It's good for them.
Publicity.
Yeah, it's good for Vlakfontein Technical High that they have now produced.
Even and now, we still...
Up to today, no one else has repeated the feat.
Yes.
I was the only one in the books. It still makes Makapan at the time, Makapan City, who won it for Technical and for Pretoria. So it just reminds me why I went there, because whether you like it or not, you will always remain black in this kind of universally white world. I have found when I travel, and which I have done a lot of. That when you're black, you really have to be very good at what you do to survive.
Yes.
If you're black and you're just a guy who's going to be black and beggar, begging for favors, you're going to be really done in. You're going to be very unfortunately overlooked, discriminated against.
Yes.
You see, we call it a nigga with a badge.
Yes.
A nigga with a badge is a guy who knows he's black and he does the right thing. Like, good old Spike Lee would say, do the right thing.
Yes.
Stay black.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
If you stay black, but you're bad in terms of your qualities, in terms of your ideals, in terms of your education, your qualifications, your skills, your multi-skills, you can travel the entire world and no one is going to mess with your blackness.
And they wouldn't question you too.
No, they can already feel your energy and your presence, your confidence.
That's when you respect it, when they know who you are. But
but with your first statement, how you introduce yourself, they know you don't mess with this one. He's a nigga with a badge. They're learning a new one. But people from my generation will know that.
Yes.
There was a movie, I don't remember the title, but this line comes from that. It's not from me. It's not original.
Oh, okay, I see.
So then I come back. I'm going back to America.
Yes.
You see what I do with interviews?
Keeping it going. But
I don't want to dominate.
No.
If you allow me, I'm going to dominate you.
The podcast is all about you at the end of the day.
I love it. Listen to the young man. He knows how to smother, the old man like myself. He knows where his bread is buttered and how it is buttered. So we're rolling and we're vibing like that.
We're chilling.
So we're chilling. And I come back. It's in the middle of the year, right? Because now in the middle of the year in South Africa, everything, it's an elegy. I'm too late for anything to enroll with anything.
Yeah.
I come back though, very equipped with a high school diploma with distinction.
With a new accent on the blog.
Oh, heavy one too. That time I was twanging like there's no tomorrow. I was excitable.
Can you still
I was
twang
young.
like that? Can you
Oh
still
man,
speak that
I can go
American
down.
accent?
I can go down.
I can hear
I can
that.
go down and I can go to the southern states of America.
For sure.
Where I could be doing it with that southern accent.
Yes, yes.
And we'll be rolling and rolling because we'll be in the South. We'll be in Mississippi. And we'll be in Tennessee. And we'll be black. We're going to be black.
African
And
American.
black like that. And we will be not African American because at the time it was slavery time. And as you hear me rolling it like that, it is because it had to go down like that.
Yeah.
And it goes into your apostolic kind of charismatic churches.
Yes.
And we'll be there. We'll be going on. And the preacher will be preaching it like that. And somebody will be asking, can I get an amen?
Hey,
and we'll
man.
be going, amen, hallelujah. Yeah, and I used to love, on that note, I used to love going to the black churches.
It's so
Because
lively in
now
the
yes, I didn't tell you the story about the Jacksons.
Yes.
Upon them taking over my stay there as my host, my new host family, everything starts flowing beautifully. I'm spending weekends sometimes going to Chicago, where they come from. And Chicago is another city.
Isn't Chicago dangerous because there was the Italian mafia back then?
No, of course you would think about that because this is what would have been actually been bombarded to you with. In other words, as if there's no beautiful part of Chicago. No,
Oh, true.
there are suburban parts and
Yes,
there's the slums.
Yes, yes.
The slums. I mean, of every city in America.
There is a slum.
Now you see, you now taking me back to the accent. Can you
I
hear me
gotta
saying
take
that
you
way?
back to the accent.
Yeah, I see that you're gonna be like picking it up. The accent, tonality.
Yes.
Yeah?
One
Yeah.
more time.
So we in Chicago, we start with the holiday because I finish around June, beginning of July.
Okay.
It still gives me the rest of the month to be in America before I can come back home.
Okay.
So we travel a lot with this family. Well, they were okay. They were well off financially because if I think about the father was an engineer.
Ooh.
The mother was a registered professional nurse. In America, they talk about the registered professional nurse. Ooh. And then she was that. Coming back to South Africa with the accent, Yamochai. You see, we went to the war, man. And you can never go bigger than that. America's big.
That is,
even with the accent.
That's where everybody wants to go. Even I want to go to America.
I'm sure you go to America. You'll go everywhere. I travel the world, literally. I'll tell you a little bit just now. And then let me just conclude the American experience. Oh, I go to 17 states of America in that one particular year. And that's a lot of traveling.
That's a lot, eh?
I meet some locals telling me, son, you say you've been here for a year and you've been to 17 states? Shit, you was lucky. Because I've been living here and I'm 54 years of age. At the time I was still young, of course. I was in my 17 and a half, around towards 18. I was a teen. Nature. You see, that came later.
Teen.
I was a teen ager.
Ager.
Yes. You see what I'm doing there. So he tells me, the old man tells me, at the time that was old.
Yeah.
And when I reached 54, I wasn't feeling that old at all. I remember promising myself, at 60, I still want to be young at heart.
Tick, tick.
Tick, tick. Active.
Tick.
Very agile.
Tick.
Very fit.
Tick.
And virile. You didn't see that coming,
I
did
did
you?
not see that.
I know.
Hey, caught me off
I'm
guard.
a man with missiles. You must always be ready. They
must
know.
just be
My
ready.
colleagues, my friends, they know. If they watch this, they're going to be laughing. They say, it's not No, I got missiles.
Yeah.
I whip
Out of the
with
blue.
missiles. I manipulate words because I am a mobile vocabulary lexicon.
Oh,
I'm a mobile lexicon. with oral, if not verbal, diarrhea in English. Because I think in English and translate in other languages. Starting with Sepedi. And Sindebele Sagash Kaur, Sindebele Secretary, Assumel Kulgora, never Mandebele Ketu Lava Finance Manabo, language in Gua lili milelinya na lili nyogoro ule ya atine ukono kuno flowa ufana practice na bandu lava basumela lili milelo like wena wakatolo and awuyati no ugatoma ka ABCD njani kuphi or ware number 1 2 3 ngesindebele sakhenu
izongishaya
umuvenda wena umuvenda we yeah there's one language though your Shivenda I have never been able to crack Xitsonga and Chivenda. Those two are very difficult. I even tried a girlfriend from Movenda that didn't work because I had been advised.
Yes.
But if you want to know the language, sleep with one. Sleep with one. And then in the comfort of those white sheets,
yeah,
you know, and the cushions and everything and the warmth, perhaps you start speaking in Chivenda. And I think Chivenda is very sexy.
You think so? Is it a seductive language?
I think it's sexy. And there's something very funny I have made observation about Amavand. Do you know?
What observation?
The men
yeah,
are very good looking, like yourself. You know, a confident man would be able to tell another man they're good looking.
Yes, but another one would say that it's gay. And it's,
yes. which is another topic for another day. But can I tell you, a lot of my fans, my friends, my female friends, I would fight with the one who would think that I'm gay when I start complimenting another guy. It takes confidence.
It does, and it takes.
And also not only that, self-knowledge. Oh boy, I know myself better than even my mother.
Yes.
May her soul rest in peace.
You have to know yourself, who you are.
So I have found, let me finish this thought, that Chivendo, my Vanda men, over my Vanda men are very good looking. A lot of those that are good looking, they are strikingly good looking. And the women,
yes,
the ones that are beautiful, extremely gorgeous. And obviously the opposite is another reality. It is my observation, it's my true one. I'm speaking truth to reality out there.
From what you've experienced.
Oh yes, over the years.
Yes.
And boy, have I been around.
And it's a valid experience.
And it is called observation because one of my very sharp tools of acting is observation. If I don't have observational skills, Baba, I tell you, I am befoket.
Yes.
In my career, that is.
Yes.
So, concluding America, I say my bye-byes at the... It's very sad. This one, it's emotional because I'd never seen them again. My host family, the Jacksons, who had traveled me, footed my experience, footed the bills through that, because that was an additional experience. It wasn't part of my scholarship. The money and everything that was spent to go everywhere and give me that amazing experience, which you could never delete or take away from me. These are the beautiful, beautiful Jacksons. And then the mother and the father are still alive. They're old now. And then the son, Okenta, is a dentist. Roger Jackson Jr. is a filmmaker. Matter of fact, we still talk over the Facebook and that.
That's nice.
He tells me they want to bring me over to America. Soon I'll be going to America, maybe. I hope that to go do a film, Lebona. He's a filmmaker. Nice. Obviously, these are independent filmmakers and everything. Like we do have them here. They're not part of Hollywood, but they're churning out some very good productions there. Seeing by the way, he did the call, that is why my life really started in the 50s.
Okay.
And 50 gave me signature. not signature, but signals and signs that now my life is turning around.
Oh, okay.
Because if I look at my zone, my Kodiak zone, my cosmic world, which I'm part of, spiritual and everything, I see signs of great progression, progress, prosperity, and huge success.
Ah, that's good.
Modimo a be le nna a ntote, a nkatle, ke tlo atlega. And it is not going to be for my own benefit only. It's going to be for my beautiful children, my family, and the generations to come. And I'm doing the same thing with my knowledge, my huge knowledge of the industry.
Yes.
Of 39 years in the industry experience and expertise that I have worked very hard to qualify myself in that I studied coverts, 2 degrees and high diploma in direct cinema, and undergraduate degree and honors degree, dramatic art from the University of Witwatersrand. Those of us who come from that, we call it the University of Witwatersrand.
Hey, it's a long name.
It's a long name. You guys call it VET.
I get VET.
You got VET.
It's not go VET, brag.
And it's easy. Makes life much easier, isn't it? And you know, you have to articulate in order to hit it nicely. Otherwise,
no. I think also the accent has to change. Witwatersrand. I don't know.
No, it doesn't.
Does the accent change?
Because it is Afrikaans.
It is an Afrikaans. So
it's Afrikaans, but some of us Anglicize it because we think in English. So at Witwatersrand, I mean, it could be Witwatersrand. That was supposed to Witwatersrand, is it not?
It sounds like Hitler's speech, that one.
German can be very harsh.
German.
Can you imagine making love in German?
German is very...
Ich liebe dich.
No, but I think...
that's harsh, Joe. But you know what it means? I love you.
Say it again.
Ich liebe dich.
Joe. I will kill you.
That's hectic, Joe. And I'm telling this, ich liebe dich, my woman. Meine Fräulein. Ich liebe dich. You know why I know it? I did 2 years of German. I did 1 year of high school German.
Okay.
And I did another 1.5 years of varsity German.
Okay.
At VET. I was acing it. I was getting an A.
Why did you choose German to learn?
No. I'm a learner of many things and everything. I'm a curious man.
Oh, okay.
My mind is very curious. That is why I've learned so much over the years.
Okay.
I'm a reader. I'm reading books like I read 3 books. When I get into it, I read 3 books. I finish them in 3 days, 4 days.
Yes.
Depending on how big they are, of course.
And you read?
The one time when I went back into it 2 years ago, I was transiting from my Magongwa into coming back to your mainstream circulation and professional circulation and the industry. I was reading books because I wanted to bring my mind back.
Yes.
Reading books. I would read. I remember finishing 9 books. 9 books over 4 days, 4 or 5 days, 9 books. And one of those books, next time I read huge books, it's a technical jargon, and then I was reading novels, I was reading inspirationals.
Oh, these are 60 pages.
The highest, about 100 and something.
Oh, okay.
And the longest of those books was 345 pages long. I still managed to squash that one, chow that one, let's say into 80 within 5 days.
So after reading,
I put that one there. I read, and I read the other one. My mind works like that.
Also,
I'm a multitasker. Yes,
information like that.
And I'm a fast reader.
Oh, okay.
Fast reader.
Oh, okay.
I've trained myself like that because I'm a fast thinker. I have to read fast and understand things very fast. That's why I would never forget a question I am at home in
True.
Look, we've said so many things in between. Because that's content that's relevant for your podcast.
Yes.
But we are still sitting on the question and we are concluding it now. No more and not beyond here. When I come back with the high school diploma from America, Columbus, Indiana, having traveled states mostly, 17 states, mostly the southern states, and then I went to Chicago, and then I went to Illinois, the site of Illinois, upstream to the edge and the end of New York, beginning of Canada,
Yes.
where the Niagara Falls,
Oh, yes.
excuse the pun, fall. They fall between your edge end of New York and the entry, almost the border.
Of Canada.
Yeah, Canada, Quebec. Yeah. And then there, I took pictures. I've got pictures. I should have brought some nice pictures of interest and ribbons. Where I'm standing on this bridge. Way down there is a stream of water, falls. But this is the longest waterfalls I had ever seen. Still have seen.
Yes.
To date. My brother, I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, this must be the end of life.
This is the pinnacle.
You've arrived. I could, if I wanted to, and if it was possible, made arrangements to at least enter Canada and be able to say, I've been to Canada. Because Canada, right there.
Right there.
I could actually almost see it if I could see penetratively through the falls.
Yes.
I went on the other side
Oh, yeah.
of Canada, because the other side, Canada,
Canada.
there was, thanks to the Jacksons, the ever so generous and well-off Jacksons, to give me an experience, 17 states in 1 year. That's a lot of traveling.
Life in a year. Oh.
I was given life in a year. You are so correct to observe that. And then I come back. It's a bye-bye. This is 1985, Joe. I've never seen them again. But they're still there. They're still alive.
It was an emotional departure. It should have been.
It was a very emotional. I actually cried. They cried.
Rightfully
Because they had given me such a wonderful young man's experience and time there. I did everything a young man could do.
Imagine.
And yet disciplined. Yes, yet still cautioned against certain things. As host parents, they acted as like my mother and my father away from home, another home away from, very far away home, away from home. Pansar.
Yeah.
So when I come back, I can't enter, I can't enroll with anything. What do? I join Haynes Films. I play cameo roles.
Ooh.
Cameo roles are small parts.
Just a short clip.
In our industry, we talk about cameo roles and small parts, and we say there are no small parts, but small actors.
Ooh. Because even a cameo can have a big actor.
Absolutely. My cameo catapulted me into greater things and parts. I've never played any insignificant part ever since. Everything that I touched and played was significantly impactful.
Turned into gold.
And because of my hard work, ethic, I got luckier. I said earlier on, the harder you work, the luckier you become. That was, wasn't it this morning when we were having beautiful coffee?
Yes.
Thanks to Tumi. We Tumelo coffee and blind. And she promised to give me, when I finish this podcast, make it again and give it more love, sucking it all out of those dimples.
Yes.
Yes?
The dimples.
And then I work for Haynes Films. I play a young man there, a production called Sharp. It's in sharp with sharpness. I want to share with young upcoming actors, or performing artists. Never when they ask you, can you drive, can you act, can you sing, can you dance, and answer with a direct question. I'm sharing you or with you a tip. Ask them the question, can I dance? When they asked me if I could drive, I said, can I drive? And I didn't even have a license. Of course, I was a light. I just come back from America.
Yes.
So I was turning 19.
Yes.
I played this young man, go Sharp, Haynes Films. Those of you who know about film companies, you'll know the famous, the prolific Haynes Films. It produced a whole lot of those films about the Ngaka, all kinds, man.
So
where the late Meritwalas of this world, Mahos Somisi, Lebon Dabamhlongo, the father of Somisi, who taught me one powerful lesson. Dabamhlongo, when I read somewhere saying, always learn your lines and be on time. I never forgot that. Okay. Be on time and learn your lines. For those sets, you can never go wrong. People want to work with people who are prepared, who are ready and hungry and ready and willing. So I come back and then I do that. And then I also start working just to multitask and not task, but multi-skill myself. I start working for another old man who had been my supporter before I even left. An old man, a Jewish old white man who used to employ me as a gardener. I did gardens until I was in grade 12. As instant at 10. I was doing the gardens every Saturday.
Was it for money or just?
For money.
Yeah, okay, I know.
For money. I know, not panda about. That was my hustle.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think highly of myself to think, house at Skira Metrike, I can't be seen going to the garden. Garden and car washes. Every Saturdays.
Yeah, car wash is also the nice one.
I was always loaded.
Hey.
If you had 5 rand, you had a lot of money at the time.
Loaded and handsome. Hey, must know what must thing.
And funny enough, people don't know that I used to have bad teeth.
Serious?
Until when I went to Egoli, you know about me.
Yes, that's
starting Egoli. This is where the whole golden port, excuse the pun, started. Out of which a lot of glorious opportunities evolved.
Gold
or erupted. Because golden years, Tsaka, were 15, exactly 15 golden years. Go Franz Max films where I played Tseko Mashabela.
Yes.
In Egoli, Black Van Goud, place of gold. We were the pioneers, the black pioneers of the soap world in this country. Lebo Tokonchinga, Hala, my friend.
Yes.
They raised me. Lebo Nandinyembe, I hope you're okay. I'm still coming to visit you. I don't want to make a public spectacle of it like everybody's doing. I know what you're going through, my sister, my friend. And I know that Lenal Nkudisits, you used to say, Umax way too. Yes, closer.
Oh, yes.
Oh, they raised me. I was raised by grandmothers, man.
Hey.
And that is why even in my profession and industry, I get along with older women.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Older women, yes.
But I'm known to prefer them young.
Oh.
But older women are my mothers. Because I don't want
love and care.
I don't want, and I'm not going to say this on the podcast, but I don't want to be reminded of where I come from. Because I'm an ancient soul with a beautiful young spirit.
Yes.
Very energized and animated spirit. So I tend to attract them young because young people are with that.
Yes.
So it becomes a very unfair advantage on my part. Because some old men my age would love to have some of what I have. And they can't because they're not me.
Yes.
And then it's unfair that I'm also a TV star. A very popular one too.
The list goes on.
So it's cock, eh?
You can't have it all in life, eh?
Life is unfair, right?
You can't have it all.
You can't have it all.
Cannot have it all.
Yeah, so enjoying. I work very hard. I train. I'm a martial artist. I train. I do Tai Chi in the morning, Taekwondo, Tai Bo, Tai Chi. I combined those styles. Can I talk about it's a Tai Bo Chi or Tai Chi Bo? If you like. It's my own uniquely blended style.
It involves the
slow Tai Chi moves, but just strength building. And then when turned into faster pace, it becomes explosive. It becomes Tai Bo Chi. And then you got kicks and you got all of those. And then all that you combine. And then you then slow it down to distill it with water kind of energy. When you come with explosiveness, all I have to do is just to go.
Oh, you deflected.
Deflect. Utlaka force, you can never hit me. Utlaka force. Especially Utahil. Don't try me.
Please, do not try. Do not try your luck here.
And I don't say that to boast. It's because that's what has kept me young. Sometimes you do all these things for discipline.
Yeah, as a martial artist, because I also train martial arts,
Nice.
so I know that you have to.
You can't use it to try and intimidate people and everything and be attacking people. They might even arrest you because you should know better.
There's a friend of mine who actually got kicked out of Virgin Active because he got into an altercation, but he was provoked.
Yeah, and then started hitting people.
He just knocked them out, just like one punch, and then he was like, "No, but
you don't do that."
I was provoked, and they said,
"No, you can't. You should know better." It's like when you are a licensed gun holder or firearm holder or owner,
can't
you
just pop
don't
off.
all the time provoked at any goal. You are going to be shooting people.
Tunya sekai.
No, you don't do that.
You can't be doing that.
Don't. So even as martial artists, and I'm glad that you also, it's discipline. You'd rather run away.
That's true, eh?
Because that's part of the defense. People, do you know?
That's
part of defense.
The best
run away.
defense is, running
Escape.
away. Escape.
Find a way of escaping out of danger. But when confronted, you have to think fast and then draw from your reflexes. And as martial artists, our reflexes are very sharp because they are trained, inherently trained.
Yes.
We don't isolate the reflexes. I'm training my reflexes. They train themselves inherently.
Yes. The muscle memory always.
That is why now I also went on to do advanced driving.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. How was your experience with advanced driving?
No, but I've done it myself.
Oh.
I've done it. I've trained on sets and I've trained. I didn't go and then empower somebody, catch a let and that.
Oh.
I can defensively drive fast and safe.
Oh, okay.
I can kick ass, because steering wheel is and I can still fight and still see because I'm a multitasker of note. I do 5 things at the same time.
Okay.
I could be playing drums, eating, watching TV, talking to somebody on the phone, and making love. I always do that, right?
Caught me off guard.
Again, second time round. Yeah? Boo, 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 boo. You didn't think that would come.
I did not think that's going to come.
Yeah, but I'm like that.
Double entendre come.
I'm like that. So then I get this role.
Yeah, we back.
Get this role, go, Haynes Films. And then they ask me, can you drive? Because your role is going to involve driving. Can I drive? And I didn't have a driver's license. One day on set, when we were shooting, I nearly ran over everybody, the camera. They said, cut! By which time it's almost late. But then somehow reflexes came in. I wasn't like a full-on martial artist quite yet, but the reflexes, because I'd started.
Yes.
The basics in because in high school, yamo high, liko lower primary, no, not lower primary, higher primary. There used to be a brother, and I want to highlight at him. It was high school, yes. I did some martial arts, kung fu. Specifically, kung fu. Because martial arts is go fast, eastern. Karate.
Yeah.
People call it karate. Karate is also martial arts.
Yes.
But it's more on the side, Yama Japanese.
Yes.
For your information. Kung fu is Chinese.
Yes.
Hello. So, the Taekwondo and the Koreans.
Koreans, yes.
You know that.
Yes.
Right. The Koreans then came with Taekwondo.
Yes.
And with the swords and all that. They're amazing.
Yeah, no.
So, Bra Classy kwa Mamelodi West. Bra Classy trains me. Go Mamelodi West, go D5 when it was all rough. D5, Mamelodi West is known to have been very rough. But it's the coolest to stay and kinadana.
Have you ever experienced
But when around me, I was always protected, but around me I saw a lot of violence. People back Waka, the tomahawks. And slap. Slap. Go D5. It's too bloody. Let's not go graphic on it because it becomes rated. No?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like you have to warn the viewers.
Hey, you're gonna hear some things.
Yeah, you're gonna hear some things. Just terrible. Just bad.
Okay.
Body rape, body in.
All these terrible
Jack
things.
rollers. They used to really frequent D5. It became like their playing ground. Their playground, it was D5. And about my age, my generation would know about the Jack Rollers come Mamelodi.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, those guys used to do amazingly scary things.
Amazingly scary things.
Yeah. So anyway, Arba Tlogele, Mshawa, And then I nearly ran over those guys.
Hey.
The whole crew. You guys as crew members would have been run over by Max Papo. I was beginning to be Max Papo. I'm evolving the way.
Coming through your journey.
When I went to American, I became Papo because my mother had just been married by my stepfather, and people don't know that my surname Papo is actually a step surname.
Oh,
Na kina stol sa city. Yeah, na o le mitsan siete, tembi siete. Ke sete, ke le tebele.
yes.
Ke stol sa matebeleng.
Yeah.
Or ke ngwana ka matebeleng a botse. And then ke stol sa ke kana ka dikgoshi di fateng tse telele. Ke stol sa ka magoshing.
Yeah.
Na re magoshi. Yeah. And then Papa wa ka senya le mma. Ke Motswana wa Sanyane.
Okay.
At 40, I had to do the rituals, rites of passages, to be named Ngele and not Ngele. It's spelled the same. It's pronounced the same.
Yes.
But King Ngele, what the emphasis is called
There's more energy to
as opposed to Ngele. Nge is softer. Nge as opposed to Nge. I am Ngele.
Okay.
Wasanyane. Kamadi. At 40, I then get named Nkele from the Sanyanis. In order for the Sanyani ancestry to be able to bless me with whatever is reserved for bana bobotle, ditlogolo bana le ditlogolo tsa ga Sanyane. Batswana, Babina, Nare, dikgomo tsa naga. Re nare re dinare re a bolaya, re le Batswana. Ka mo ke le Letebele ke tlo. We have, like I do have, a memory of an elephant.
Yes.
My memory is so trained and so sharp.
It's sharp.
I remember details.
Dates.
I remember dates, or at least years to months. And then I remember faces, because I deal with a lot of names.
Yes.
I can't remember them all. But those that have left an impact and an indelible mark on my life, I remember them all.
Yes, yes, yes.
I could never forget the Rogers, Jackson Juniors and Jackson Senior of this year, of this world, the Llewellyn Jackson, the mother who was a registered nurse. I could never forget my role model, people that mentored me. Bo Tembaganyati, may his soul rest in peace. We buried him last year. Or was it year before last? He taught me how to dictionate. I'm using the word deliberately because I care.
Yes.
I'm using or taking poetic justice on it. Diction, articulation,
Yes.
enunciation, elocution. When you speak and spit those words, but you got to know those words before you can manipulate them like I do.
Yes.
My English is very polished, and yet I'm not a suburban product. I'm not a Model C product.
Yes.
I am not a private school product. I'm a product of Vlakfontein Technical High, which was a very good school.
Yes.
With Mo van der Merwe as our principals, Lebo Swart as my accountancy teacher, Mrs. Moore as my English teacher. But the one who taught me the most, and even more than Mrs. Moore, the white lady, wasn't that the cause? Hala, may his soul rest in peace, wherever you are, sir. He taught me grammar and grammatical order and tenses. Like drilled them into me, like I could never make a mistake out of it. He looks at it, he spits at it. I would never be found saying he spit at it. Did you hear that?
Yes, I can
The
hear
difference.
it. Just spat.
You need to know where your S's come at the end of your tenses, your action words, your nouns. And then as to the order, yeah, the pronouns and that was another story. Drill them into ours. Drill them into our heads, our cops. Once a copy. May his beautiful soul rest in peace, Mr. Koza. So that takes care and concludes my return to South Africa around July. And then I start doing other odd jobs like bookkeeping, because I had a background in bookkeeping, because I was a very good A student, yeah, accountancy, and then your economics, and then there was economics, there was accountancy, there was maths, and then business economics. People don't know how to business economics. I saw you now. They just do economics.
Yeah, now they actually separate as business and economics separate.
Yeah, separate. We used to combine it, but we also used to specifically go for economics as a subject. I clubbed those. I even taught other students. We were volunteer tutors. Before it could be even fashionable to be a tutor at whatever institution. Right now we were doing it at high school already. We used to teach English. We used to teach, especially now I was teaching a lot of even my fellow tutors English. I was an A English student. I used to teach. Then I was not too strong, but I was very good enough in maths. But economics, business economics, accountancy, those are my things. English. And then I did all those things because my gardener employer, Mr. Lazarus, may his soul rest in peace, Jewish old man, and takala 2 cases. Chadiaparu, go Woolworths. When Woolworths was still just shop ya Makoa, Itura.
2 cases.
He buys me a new case and umpire one yakale. Ki leki sorry case pedi. Ntate Lazarus, may his beautiful, generous soul rest in peace. Untekela untlaletsa tsona, apatela, unkisa high. This is my boss. Unkisa high ko D5, where I was born and raised. Before Tlabo Soshanguve.
Oh yes.
Because I could my man exchange student and everything. Except can do la Soshanguve.
Yes.
Yeah, unkisa high ko Soshanguve. This is the last Soshanguve. This is 1984. Yatsama hekeboa kimukarawa loala. But then the first thing that happens, I go and see him to thank him. And he hires me again. He says, I've been working on study guides for matriculants. And this is the middle of the high 10th riots, 1985.
Oh, okay.
I saw my country burning, literally. Kill America came on the big screens of television. Got the news channels. And I used to worry about my parents back there and my friends, or are they safe? Because I see it all I saw it all on TV.
Did you have a form of communication with the people back home, or?
Yeah, I was writing all the time.
Oh, okay.
Letters. It was still letters.
Oh, okay.
No phones.
Oh,
just letters.
How long did it take for a letter
there
to
were
arrive
phones.
that side?
Oh no, it arrived just in good time. When we used to have South African Post Office, the original South African Post Office, that used to work.
It's a adibereke tsa matsatsi. Eish. Alright, file system mail change. Okay.
So and then after that, I work everywhere for the rest of 1985. 1986, I start applying everywhere, universities.
Oh, okay.
But I continue to work. 1987, I'm accepted by many, if not all of those institutions I applied at. I then choose VET over UCT, over UJ.
Okay.
No, not UJ, UP. Over TUT, Pretoria, Elako campus, Yako Pretoria. It's Ela West campus. Yeah, the drama. It's Stanza Pape.
Oh, yes.
And Detroit. Salting that. They accept me.
So why did you choose VET specifically and then UCT?
I thought, seeing what they were offering, they were offering the best of everything that I needed. And I was also a highly qualified student in terms of bursaries. I owned 3 bursaries, free bursaries. 3 free bursaries.
Everything paid off. Accommodation.
Yeah, accommodation separate. Books and tuition separate. And then there was also pocket money. I even had pocket money and extra books. I was a rich student. I was able to buy the Nikes of this world, the Pumas and the Adidas.
Back then at that time.
It was big to be able to wear Nike.
Should have been popular on campus. Everybody knew you.
Oh no, I was very popular.
With the ladies.
Not sure about that.
We'll find out.
You thought you could trap me there.
We'll see them in the comment section.
No, I mean, I was a late bloomer. I was still working hard. I was doing credits. I was in every production. Next up, push it side.
Oh, you're focused at the time.
Oh, adverts? Nah.
That's when I'm focused, guys.
But you know who I met at Vets? My former wife.
Oh, my daughter.
Beautiful mother of my 2 children.
How?
We were campus lovers. The campus couple. The famous campus couple.
Everybody knew you on campus.
Oh, yeah. It was Max and somebody. Out of respect, I won't mention her name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was us. We were a famous couple. Yeah, we were studying. I was doing dramatic art. She came to all my productions. I supported all her choir concerts. She was in the varsity choir, the campus choir. She loved her singing, but she's also very artistic. But she studied education.
Oh, okay.
She is one of the top honcho managers of SABC. SABC started her from Coco class and groomed her all the way. She has a name that's known. Out of respect.
You want to keep it?
No, she doesn't like media.
Oh, okay. No, I understand.
And Lebana Barena keep her out of media.
Yeah, no, that's good.
We've trained them like that, and they're doing very well.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
One is just graduated psychology degree. She's continuing into honors.
Oh.
She's going to be doing her honors this year because a private university. So it's the terms are around now. She could be starting now.
Yes.
Like Father like Sanu Control. But I don't take all the credit for her achievement. I've just contributed to that, but I give her mother kudos and all the credit for doing a good job looking and raising my children. Now, kiba raise remotely because we had been divorced for quite some time.
Oh, okay.
So banabaka khudile in a divorce situation. So kibana divorce kind of, institution, if you want to call it. But they've done very well.
Oh, okay.
I wish I could have done more in terms of being there, in terms of being there physically. So one thing I regret not having enjoyed them enough whilst they were still much younger, because we're talking about to formulate their own opinions. So if I have to really advise fathers out there, make sure even if you part ways with your wife or your girlfriend or aufilembana, stay in touch and in good relationship.
So how's your relationship with your kids now? Do you speak?
It's fine. I wish that it could be better.
Okay.
But then out of that then was a third. Out of the divorce was a third born who then happened to decide to oba mushimane lena. My second born is a boy. I have very handsome, very beautiful boys.
Of course.
My daughter's very good looking, but she's very athletic as well. She's a soccer star, a basketball star, and influential. She influenced their son, the second born, who then went on to be a brilliant soccer player of note, always accumulating awards and accolades. That's soccer, high school, we have private.
Okay.
They went to Michael Mount in Princeton.
Okay.
And then today, my boy is a real estate agent as well as a basketball coach.
That's big. Oh.
He became so good and won accolades. When that gap, a coach, bam approach, where he graduated or where he passed. I like using the word graduate because I also graduated from high school.
Yes.
And then I went on to graduate, obviously, from VETS.
Yes.
With honors degree in dramatic art and high diploma in direct cinema. I was taught in Hala when Mama Kekeletso Smoko. I was taught by Kekeletso Smoko, who was playing a beautiful actor herself and producer and director of note, who played Egimatabani in Isidingo The Need.
Okay.
Who was the wife to the recently late Ubabu Don Eric Mlangeni Nawa.
Okay.
May his soul rest in peace too. Lena's Kala Tlokofes. Lemahap Bradallington Michaels, the one who played Zamdela in Isitingu. Yeah. So Kobrizi is talking to them now. They're busy negotiating a play. Maybe they're producing a new theater play or a film. Kobrizi will be talking to them about film language now and say, guys, I don't know if I'm feeling me, man, once. And bring it back here, but something so that we are better prepared.
Yes.
Brawaren Masemola, you trended and you said some amazing things about Renard Tlogelegoira Biala as a fashionable statement and as a fashion iconic kind of symbol. No, there's absolutely nothing fancy. I agree with you on that note. There's absolutely nothing tasty. There's absolutely nothing fashionable. There's absolutely nothing status about over drinking and binging and really, really, really making it our lifestyle. Please, my fellow actors, my fellow artists and artistes, let's cut down, if not cut out, on this soul-eroding, health eating habit. Yes, it's almost like a social kind of an acceptance badge to be drinking at occasions. Yes, everywhere we get invited, we are offered alcohol, but no one is holding a gun on us. I say this because Kobrizi reached out to me in his last years or last days of his life. My Instagram manager, who happens to be my niece, tells me, tells me, check out your DMs and everything, because what's happening, but you are managing it. Answer like you know how I would answer. She tells me, Kobrizi is now reaching out to you and say, follow me back. I think he wants to speak with you about something because he's been watching you on all kinds of podcasts or talking about the industry and everything. My regret is that I never reached back to Kobrizi to say whatever I could have said, perhaps to save him. But I've experienced something like that before. When my brother passed on via suicide, may his powerful soul rest in power and peace, Jeffrey Papo. Jeffrey Matsubani Papo Malinghorn. When he also reached out to me and phoned me 2 days before he committed suicide, I was working for a goalie, place of gold. And what happened? I said, I'm too busy. I'll speak to you. Therefore, dismissing him to say, come on, man, you know we can always talk later. I never spoke to him later. And later became never. Later became never, because he died 2 days later via suicide. He was trying to reach out and tell me something. Or maybe he was trying to say bye-bye. It's always important. I think Kobrizi wanted to say bye-bye to me. And it's not strange that Kobrizi would have said bye-bye, because Kobrizi got the South African State Theatre. But Kobrizi would have learned 1 or 2, 3 things about the way, as Max is not a but the brand also articulates, and the way he not only articulates his language, how he articulates and projects his lifestyle. You know, when I look at Kobrizi molding his words, dictionating his words, articulating with great enunciation and pronunciation, with elocution and eloquence, I'm thinking, not bad. Not bad, young man. And he became massive because he then branded it.
Yes.
He branded it.
Yes.
And the behind the scenes and wherever we would have taught each other, influenced each other, people don't know. They would even think I claim. I leave it to your own imagination and its fatality.
So when you prepare for a character, what processes do you go through, or what rituals do you take to say, okay, now they gave me the script. What do you go through to embody that character?
There's a whole process, of course, and there's a whole ritual. In my case, it's a ritual. But because I've done it so many times, it's ingrained in me. I don't need weeks and weeks of research. I use memory of the many characters I've played, even back at school. So people might think I didn't play a lot of characters in front of their faces or before their eyes. No, I played a whole lot of characters back at Wits, where I was trained thoroughly to play these characters. Mind you, I was in just about every production. I've done Shakespeare, I've done classics, I've done contemporary, I've done your naturalistic plays like it's about Arthur Fugard. I've done all of those things. They prepared me for anything that would later come. That's why I was in a position to choose them very carefully and very well. I said to another podcaster, Hormina, I refused, and I still do, to be a TV prostitute.
Can you elaborate on what you
Yes, by that I meant, and I still mean, I would never be in 3 productions at the same time.
Or you rather focus
just
on
for
one
money.
thing.
I'm a one-stop station kind of an artist and a man. When I'm at a stop station, like say, podcasting alone, and you guys are filmmakers, I would play that character to its exhaustion or its saturation. Exhaustion would be boring. If it's exhausted, then it doesn't have life anymore.
Yes.
That is my cue to pick up and leave or exit. I play all my roles to saturation point, and I've done my job of doing justice to my characters, and I leave for the next one.
Which one?
All of my characters that you remember, my TV, are iconic.
Yes.
They're all memorable.
True.
Especially if they were long enough in front of your eyes or before your face.
True.
Right?
Yes.
Or before your eyes.
Yes.
That's Old English. You would remember me playing Tseko Mashabela, but it was not your time.
It was not my time.
Later it became your time when I played Ivan Chinawa from Rhythm City.
Yes.
How
was that for you?
It was iconic. I worked with some of the best actors in this country, the creme de la creme, the Suffocates of this world, the David Gennaros of this world.
Mr. Gennaro.
Jamie Bartlett would intimidate, or at least try to intimidate every actor he worked with just to size them up. When he did that with me, and then he would stretch his legs like that and bring himself down because he's a gigantic, tall guy. He will bring, and a white guy for that matter, he'll bring down to my height. And you know what I would do? I'll spread my legs further to bring it even down so that he must come down to my level. And people that can act used to notice that. It was a trick.
It was a mind game.
Mind game. And he respected me. May your soul, your beautiful, talented soul rest in peace, my friend. People don't know that I used to do works outside Rhythm City. The last time we worked together, we went to Lesotho. We went to Maseru, Lesotho, where we were core MCs of a very huge pageant, where we co-hosted and we did some amazing things there. People loved us. And I got him that gig.
Oh, okay.
When people approached me from Lesotho and said, what is the possibility of getting Gennaro? Because we want Gennaro to get in the both of you, we will pay you. And we were paid handsomely. I got him that gig. He says, Max, let's do it. Let's do it today. Now. As in yesterday. Yeah, it is. I'm in. You see, I'm trying to revive him.
Yes.
He spoke with articulation of fantastic proportions. He would speak like that. That was Jamie Bartlett for you. And I'm saying Bartlett deliberately because he will articulate every single word, syllable of every word. That was Jamie Bartlett for you. So you can see it rubbed off. You learn from every great actor you work with and every great director you work under direction of. Words. He was a man of words, and then he will choose words deliberately just to throw you. And he found me knowing my English. And I'll throw some even deeper words and say, I don't know that word. Where did you come up with that word? I say, because I read, Jamie. He says to me, Chinawa. And I say, Chinaru. When he said Chinawa, when he would say Chinawa, because he would say it like that to try and intimidate me or the character and the actor behind the character.
Yes.
And then I'll say, Chinaru, what are you up to? What is it that you want? He loved me. People don't know that. They think I'm claiming him. No. If I claim somebody that I will even give a gig, then I love and accept that title, claimer or claimant.
I can see.
He was my friend.
Yeah, I can see the energy between the two of you.
No, it was like that.
You turned into him.
Listen, it was like that. And when I do that, he's in me now because he would be doing like this. He was very physical and was tall.
That's how he was also off camera. I thought.
Yeah, he was like that. He was shifty and he was physical.
Energetic,
energized and animated. He would use words like that. That was Jamie Bartlett for you. But the character you got to know was almost like Maxley Marothi. Jamie Bartlett and Gennaro were almost intertwined.
One and the same.
One and the same. He was synonymous. Jamie Bartlett was synonymous, and I am paying tribute to him. He was synonymous to David Gennaro.
David Gennaro.
You remember I used to use the
Yes.
husky voice.
Yes.
It started there, and it actually went into a little bit. I don't do it too much with because I like to differentiate my characters. I don't do it too much with Marothi, Maputuma.
Oh, okay.
I don't. You know?
Which actor do you look up to in the industry?
Vusi Kunene used to be my son in one of the most powerful productions at school. Our final year, our fourth year. I played his father and he played the guy called Bamboo. Recently, he gave me accolades. Personal accolades sometimes are even better than the awards that are being withheld. He says to me, truth be told, while you're still alive, let me give you your flowers, Bafu. We call each other Bafu. Everybody that knows me, he knows me as Bafu because I call everybody a Bafu in the industry. So people will say, hey, Bafu, Bafu. Even yesterday at the memorial service here, may your beautiful soul rest in peace. Wena Irene Muhedi Mati. We were there. It was not as big as Jacob Breezy last Thursday.
Yes.
We do them on Thursdays, these ones. And a week, just within a week,
Yeah.
So when Vusi Kunene phones me, he says, Bafo, I haven't given you your flowers and your credit and your compliments. I've kept them to myself. I want you to know that I've learned a lot from you. And then he starts going into this production near Bamboo. He says, remember when you played my father and I was Bamboo? I said, yeah, I was Bamboo's father. I don't remember the title, but I remember the title, the title of the play being Bamboo. It was written, produced, and directed by Mickey Dube. Mickey Dube is still alive. He's gone to Cape Town, relocated to Cape Town. He's a brilliant filmmaker. He studied film coverts. He even got a scholarship, some masters to go to America and go do masters in the filmmaking, and directing.
Okay.
Yeah. And then something just discouraged him. Film in Johannesburg. I think he's doing well. Go Cape Town. And then, so he says, I said, Bafo, I'm getting goosebumps as you speak. I'm talking to Vusi Kunene on the phone. I say, I never thought that you thought that of me, that you looked up to me. He says, I still do. I said, but you achieved a whole lot more than me in terms of film works and film. Your whole body of works is bigger than mine in terms of just film. He says, but before, when you're a theater person, you could never have actually gone to to match Lynn Nakadin trainer. Now I just went into film and I went. Every now and then I'll take a break to go theater. He's a very big theater actor as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. But there's a play that was there now. It was Exum Da. And he's done a lot of theater productions, theater plays with Obris Khabi, the maestro, artistic director of the South African State Theatre.
Okay.
The very one that would have cooked Ukobris further than Mabana. Because he was an artistic director called Mabana, Obris Khabi.
Okay.
Look him up. You'll see his works. So that is why he gave Kobrizi, as in Presley, Chuniagai, Mkwepa, Kabu Easy, Kobrizi, Kabu Easy. The kind of send-off he did. If you saw the memorial service last Thursday, not Yamabani, Irene Mate. It was like phase 1 of the send-off of the funeral service itself. I didn't get to go and bury him because I was very spiritually exhausted by that time.
Okay.
I'd been too exposed to a lot of spirits. They exhausted me. And I was on stage performing for Ndate Presley, Chuniagai, through drums, which later you guys can see we're going to play out with the drums when you start talking about my other skills.
Yes.
As a drummer, percussionist, professional percussionist and everything. I do a lot of this. Mawani Sanoka a lot of this. Le band, le midleko hala, midleko, the resident drummers. So called the South African State Theatre. I work with him now. Just tonight, I'll be going to St. Bet Arena. Kilo Sanoka lebo happy. At the drums, because we just drum and give a whole African ambience to the stadium, the Sunbet Arena. They are here. Africa is here playing their games, the basketball.
Yeah, no.
The finals are on Sunday, I'm told. This coming Sunday. Kadi 16, they'll do the closing ceremony on the 16th. If not, actually on the final day, Kadi finals, they do the closing ceremony and then they play the game. I think they're doing it on Sunday. Yeah, this coming Sunday. Yeah.
See how it goes then.
And I have invited you guys.
I would still have to come.
E for podcast. You are all invited. Not all of you, because I can only get 3 tickets for you guys. And then
Those who know.
we are doing it on Saturday, tomorrow. Not today.
Definitely I will.
Because today I'm going to go and play. But tomorrow is nice for you guys because it's almost closer to the finals. You'll start seeing semifinals. You guys will see the semifinals.
In
tomorrow.
VIP.
Yeah, in VIP.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. We're going to have fun.
Gonna have a lot of fun.
So this is where I deliberately stop. So you asking me the kind of concluding kind of questions or going towards there, because I've given you the whole thing that you really, really were interested about America. Oh, then finally I come back to here, and then in 1986 I still work part-time. Another company that was like a printing company. I'm learning other trades and multi-skilling myself, but I'm also still working for Haynes Films. Do 1 or 2. I was supposed to be in another show. Was it Sophia Town? It wasn't Sophia Town. This is a movie. It wasn't The Line where Vusi was in.
Mapansula.
Yeah. The man who actually co-wrote that thing and conceptualized it, may his soul rest in peace, was Daniel Mokhotlane.
Okay.
Braden Daniel Mokhotlane. Not Daniel, Thomas. There's a Daniel Mokhotlane, they are related. He's a pastor. Daniel. Thomas Mokhotlane was an amazing actor. He's the star. The starring. Sakoma Panson.
Yes.
That man loved me. He's the one who was driving me from Nakwakira, the one that I nearly drove the cameraman off.
Everybody, the crew.
Yeah. I meet him there when he was just a driver. Little do you know, and this is where I advise youngsters, don't see a driver there wa munyatso ara ke driver ya rena lena ke letseba la nyatso. Some of you Instagram actors, be humble. You haven't even begun to earn your stripes to nyatsa a driver. if Kile Kanyatsa Thomas Mokhotlane, I would never have known anything about what he taught me very briefly, or known even about Mapantsolo, which he cast me in. Unfortunately, when he came looking for me, Nikile di place, Kile Taban, Kosiabusa.
Okay.
And I wanted the phone. That's how I lost out my role. And when I see that brother, I'm not going to name his name because he would think that I'm jealous or anything.
Yeah, true.
That was my role. Come on, you know it. And he played it, but at least you played it well. You know yourself. I was supposed to be in Mapansola, too. And you know that very sadly, tragically, that Thomas would then be known in that only. That was his classic, quintessential, and vintage Thomas Mokhotlane we saw in Mapansola and never, ever anywhere else. And that was his film. It was his movie. And unfortunately, that film buried him. Buried his career, buried him, because he was so big and he was amazing. And I wonder about the credit that he was deserving of if he did ever get it. It's very sad to know that he didn't die very rich, and yet he did an iconic movie. Mapansola was hugely successful.
So yeah,
international awards. There should have been some money coming with it, some remuneration,
something.
but it didn't go his way. And this is where I regret sometimes how these things work in my industry. I know that his tombstone was done very late through donations. He should have built his own tombstone, for God's sake. He didn't. Should have been able to buy his own libitla. Kwa. What place can say this? Come West Park. But no, he wasn't buried at West Park. This is where I get pissed off. But not pissed off. Just very sad and disappointed.
Yes.
But thoroughly so. By my industry. How it doesn't look after its people, its stars.
But
we only remember us when we are dead. We say all kinds of wonderful things, and you want to give us red roses, which we cannot smell. My sense smell is dead, man. I can't smell it. Now, can I at least see it and appreciate it? No, you're talking about Max being great. Oh, that guy was very controversial. He was unorthodox, unmainstream, unconventional. Sometimes you even thought he was crazy.
Yes.
No, I'm super nice crazy.
Yes.
My craze is running me all the way to the bank. Because I'm creative crazy.
Yes.
I'm creative crazy. All of you are speculating little nonsense because you have. I've read stuff. Tubule top. They say
I saw
like
the comments
that
on TikTok.
Yeah, they say tubule top.
Because I saw there's another video where you were drumming.
Yeah, but right, tubule top.
And you defend yourself. That's a cultural activity.
Yeah, but they don't know shit. That's why they talk shit. You know, shit talkers are very myopic in their thinking. And because you are above them, they want to reduce your heights down to their level. You can't. My standards are very high.
You don't deal with mediocrity.
Don't come here trying to reduce me via emotional kind of jab. I'm too emotionally intelligent to fall for that cock. I'm highly intelligent, super emotionally intelligent. You can't get to me with your utubile top, myopic, idiotic comment. Some of you are gifted idiots. Did you hear what I did? You're gifted with your idiocy because all you can ever do is accuse, label. Since when are you clinicians to diagnose me clinically as Sekhafi? Kale araba, lentwela blind. You can't touch me. Where I come from a lineage of strong and beautiful people. Bagasete, badikoshing, difatenchetelele, chakakekana, basanyane, Batswana basanyane, related to the Kabu. What's about Kabu King? An ape, very sharp right here. An ape is so sharp. And Rabua Rabadinari, the Khomchanaga, Rabulaya. As if it's not enough, Rabanaba Metsi. Rituta lidi klap, lidi kwena, Relatua kidi kwena, Kena penyuga bampet, or on swarawat kiatelela. So come off me. Get the hell out of my face. If you can't come to my level, don't bring me down to yours. It is your problem that you don't think like me creatively from my right-hand side of my brain, and I'm high IQ from my left-hand side. That combination is lethal. You can't touch it.
That's a dangerous combination.
Get the hell out of me. And from now on, Malena, you spoilers, you haters, you can't touch me. But imbaka ke baba strong blind, mudumo ke mo rapela o apela. Ke ngwana metsi. I will distill you. And you use that beautiful word. Ge o tla ka fire. Ko betha ka metsi ko irang.
To deflect.
I deflect you.
Yes.
I'm a deflector of all your reflections upon me. How's that for words? I will deflect your reflection or you reflecting upon me wrongly. Because most of the time you get it wrong.
Yes.
You don't know me. You don't know me. Who are you? You are sitting there because you're a small mind. You want to talk about me because you've got no life of your own. Get the hell out of my face. You don't have a name. You hide behind your obscurity and you want to scandalize me. You want to desecrate me. You want to defame me. You want to distort my personality. You want to deform it and defame it. It's called defamation of character. I'll sue the hell out of you next time if you can at least come straight in my face. I don't play like that. I get sanuki. I'm not a TV circus. As television. If I'm Tata straight, it's like tabula ka Marshall Kerry, Mawashi Kerry. Straight. Don't hide yourself behind that mighty nyana pen of yours, or at least digitality ya gago ka menwana ya gago. O sa tsebe ke motho. Ke fedisha ka lena. The less said about you haters of Max's Natlaska Papo, aka Marothi Mapotumo, who's coming back on your screens tonight. I don't want to lose my loving, supportive fans. Guys, I'm back and I'm bad with a bang. Come on now.
Yeah, can't wait to see this new character.
Yeah. Avanti, they don't know me. You know me, and you're going to play. I'm outing it out there into the universe, and the universe has listened. Because the universe is interested only in action and not words or thought.
Yes.
Don't you be thinking it and doing absolutely nothing about it. Go out and action it and execute it. The universe has heard. I'm going to do something about me having you as my son. Lamona, Winnie Sarita, my executive producer, Peu Communication Solutions and other producers, line producers, casting director, Thabo Mukabel. Here's my son.
Newly found, adopted, coming to you live. So, I wanted to ask, the drum.
Yes. The drum.
Yes. So, when did you start playing the drum, or when did you find this talent of?
It found me. The talent, I think, comes from my artistic ancestry. My people used to be guitarists and musicians, vocalists, unprofessional, but they still did it. Babina di kiba, babina di kosha, batia meropa, all those wonderful things. So, right at the age I was already playing the drums, kadi tini. Playing my drums, kadi trini.
Oh, yes, I see.
And but produces beautiful rhythms. And with time and everything and resources, you start buying proper drums from those brothers who are making them. And then obviously it starts upgrading to the levels of the djembe.
Yes.
This is called a djembe. It's from West Africa. This one is a Ghanaian one, but the wood is the heavy wood is actually from Senegal.
Okay.
But Senegal, Ivory Coast, and your Ghana, they are best known for their djembes, which are amazing. These are professional drums. Djembe. Yeah, it's called a djembe with a DJEMBE. You spell it like that. And I've been playing djembe for as long as I remember after upgrading from DT.
So you can also play like the full drum set.
Oh, I play African drums. I have a collection of 21 drums. They are right now in my trailer, which is all nicely locked up. Good D5. Safe.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, this takes me to other skills. I'm a percussionist, professional percussionist, djembe, and I describe myself as a spiritual soul djembe player. The difference between me and the guys who are playing with technique and master drama, master djembe drama, the paya from West Africa. They even make a lot of living with drumming and giving lessons. You see them on TikTok.
Yes, true.
Oh, they're forever all over the place. They're busy. They go to some school that specializes them with teaching because Bona, they are inborn. They've got it ingrained. They grew up with it. The master djembe drummers, master drummers, you can't touch them. So I don't compete with them on that level because I was not grown and raised with this thing.
Yes.
I taught myself how to play this thing.
Oh,
but Kale, Makene, the Sanya, the late, Kale Makene, the Sanya, the late, Ramlao Makene, may his soul rest in peace. One of the great actors to come out of this country, to come out of Firetown, which Obris Khabe is produced a couple of times for the Market Theatre and for the South African State Theatre. So I am a djembe drummer, I am a poet, I'm a theatre producer, theatre practitioner, producer, writer, and director of theatre. And I'm a theatre actor. And lately, I've increased my titles via now going and penetrating the film world, filmmaking world. I am a casting director, film. I'm a producer, film now. I work with Tebogo Films, Tebogo Mekwa, Mela, Hala. So these days, I'm behind the scenes. And in fact, I'm very excited. Can't wait to be doing what we call multicam, like you have this setup. This is a multicam setup.
Yes.
Multicam directing course at Skeem Saam. One of these days, look forward to me having two titles. I'm still Marothi. I will continue to be Marothi until Linahana or I will Marothi Wabora. I don't know when that would be, but I will also double as a director. That's my next move. It's not a dream. Yeah. It's going to come to fruition. We are working on it. And as part of my remuneration package and my contract MCHA, season 14 coming up, I will be trained as part of my pay, because to cap the shortfall, my rate, I don't come cheap anymore. I belong to an international talent agency called ETC. Janice, hey, how you doing there? Janice is my boss there. Well, it's not my boss. I work with him. You see?
Okay,
confidence.
Because I saw that there was a newspaper article. You said you're not allowed to be paid peanuts by Skeem Saam.
Yes. No, not Skeem Saam. They have actually gone way beyond. And they must go to hell. These guys have a way of trying to destroy your career.
Hey, they do.
By distorting you. I never said that. Skeem Saam, I never said that crap. I said in the industry, I refuse. I'd rather starve than earn peanuts. I refuse to work for peanuts. Let me say it again. If you give me peanuts, I'll give you a monkey. The last time I checked, I was everything but a monkey. Enough said.
Wow.
So in other words, I've worked hard. I'm in the industry for 39 years. You still want to pay me peanuts? Get the hell out of here. I'd rather starve.
Not a man of your
And
caliber.
I'll never starve. You know why I won't starve?
Why?
Because I'm multi-skilled. Professionally so. And spiritually so.
Yes, yes.
You can't touch me. And if you want to cancel me, I'll go into counseling again. And I'll come out tops.
One more time.
I will hire some of you. That sounds arrogant, but it's my reality now.
Yes.
Get the hell out of here with your peanuts because you are starving us to poverty. You are starving us to pauper status. And then you laugh and you come with your 16,000 worth of suits, shiny suits at our funerals. I get mad. And you talk about how great we were when we were poor. Our kids have got absolutely nothing remaining behind. And you still want to pay us in 2025 peanuts. Get the hell out of here. Whoever you are, I know people who are worth their salt and their ilk are paying us well. Like Skeem Saam, bona fela. They pay me well. And I will work for them with all my might. And I can claim that I'm talented. I am super talented. And I bring nothing but value and ratings to Skeem Saam without arrogance, just with confidence. Na le Rachel, re tlo ira nonsense and re tlisa ratings for which we must be handsomely paid, right?
Yes.
Come on now.
Yes.
Can I get an amen in the studio?
Amen.
Amen.
Well,
And then they come, they say, "Utubile top."
I khone.
Just so that man discourage, you can't discourage me. Yes, I would rather kitube top than kitlo energy peanuts. Give a monkey. I'll still be a good-looking monkey. That was cheesy.
Ish. The cheesy jokes are back.
So now, let's leave the cheesy jokes. Rero concluded this thing beautifully. Read a song. I don't even need technicians to do this. Guys, we've been doing this thing for 39 years. Next year, I do my 40th anniversary in the industry. Yeah, this is what we're going to do. And then, can the camera get up so that it's not a zoop? Because I'm going to take off my jacket.
Yeah, I'm working them.
So the spell it.
I won't forget.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to play as I pay tribute to my ancestors. I also want to holler and thank my sponsors of this clothing, my brand, Spelete Killing brand ambassador. Brampo Mahlangu, stick with me, and I'll stick with you, and we go places. Laibona ke spelete. Laibona. Bona go nyewe. Ana mare re no utla ba bolela ka ona. Yeah. La bona spell the serum. Serum nonsense. Chapelete. I told you about this. It's unique, eh?
Yeah, that's a creative design.
It is creative design right there.
So this means you can like unattach them and then you.
Yeah.
Okay,
I could actually do that, man. Television is very expensive. Bye.
Oh yes.
So sometimes I say, "Oh, kila bona motho a tshwere long sleeve ka mo le short sleeve." We can do that. We can hang like it, especially ka selemonyana. Let me do this.
Kidi left him pamengi.
So. Ke re kgobokanang mathoko hle le kwa sereto sa mokopane wa tlhago tša matebele. Ke nna makapana mokapane wa tlhotsha matebele. Ke nna mpuro mozoga mogobane. Ke nna senatla sa ga bomadime. Cha 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 cha. Senatla se kilino. Le no shikomo le aisha le fe. Che. Ke reila ga mokopane ke reila ke re. Tabe. Ke tsanonyane ga e tabe tsa mo le gore ke tshaba ba diti, ke tshaba ba ga sete, ke tshaba ba ga kekana, ke tshaba ba ga sanyane, ke boe ke tshabe ba ga Papo. Ke nna nkgakgata ya ga kekana, ke nna Max senatla sa ga Papo, ke nna nkele wa ga sanyone. Korie le sepele le nna. Kudu ba. Ke kgopela le nthushe mo le ishe go dingwana gore ke kgone go betha moropa ebile ke dira di dynamics tse vocal without bending some more. This is podcast for y'all. We do it like this. There's nothing hidden. Yeah. Dan organyane. Dan rare. Wait, favors me and this. Korea! Hey! Sane jor ba bone gore ge felle chill mo matsogong mo go bonagala eng. Ke di pheta tsa badimo. Ba tle ba thabe. Korea. Tiba. This is called dialogue with my ancestors. It is also equally dialogue with our true selves. African, essential, authentic, original, black African.
What a performance, what a performance, what a performance. What a performance. I know, truly multi-talented, truly multi-talented.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
From E4 Podcast, we would like to give Max Papo this gift.
And you saw the whole case, yeah? I refuse to have that case in a new election. Oh, man. Wow. Wow.
E4
Wow.
podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, what do you know?
200
E4 podcast.
There you have it, folks. To end off the episode, please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow us. And also, please keep up with the new episode coming to you live on Skeem Saam of Max. Papo. We would like to say thank you for your time and giving us your time once again. Hope to see you soon. Please close us out with your drum.